Hey gang, Jake here. Hell's weird, right? I spent the last 2 weeks down there, and it's surprisingly easy to escape. I just had to make a deal with the demon that I'd make a Twitter poll and then disregard the results. Sorry about that, Bowler. So today we're talking about Blaster Master 03. This game's releasing in less than a month, and so far it looks like yet another fantastic Inti Creates game. But, like with every video game, there's specific stuff that I personally would love to see. I figured it'd be fun to talk about those, so let's get into it. So Blaster Master Zero has pretty much always nailed it when it comes to platforming, barring ladder segments, but it's a series that's never really done much post-game wise. I mean, sure, you'll get unlimited mode, and Blaster Master 01 has some pretty sweet extras, but games don't really mess with specific challenges after the story's over, and I'd love to see some expanded post-game content, featuring some new and unique challenges that up the ante compared to the main game. Inti's experimented with this before with the EX bosses in Gunvolt 2 and LAX, but if they used that system as a base for content in this game, we could see some really cool shit. So for those of you who don't know, Blaster Master 03 is getting Japanese voice acting. Although it's exclusive to the physical release here in the States, which is kinda cringe, bro. Sorry, Inti, still give me a review copy. And while that's cool, I'd really love to see this game get a dub as well. A lot of people have some unnecessary disposition towards English VAs, but the scene has really grown in the past few decades, and I'd really love to see the personality a lot of VAs could bring to these characters. Christina V already had her turn as Kana, and I feel like a lot of people are happy with that casting choice, but I feel like some other characters really deserve the chance to shine. Zeno Robinson's performance as Kagami in Kuriko's Basketball shows his chops as an edgelord rival that could really bring out the attitude of Leibniz. Allegra Clark's performance as Dorothea shows that she can show off that gentle, mature energy of Eve. Kane could be a fun opportunity for Zenkichi's Tom Taylorson to show off his potential as a more mature parental figure. And Alex Lee's performance as Akira Howard proves he's got all the anime protagonist energy he needs to play Jason. This probably isn't the best uses of resources for a game like this, and I don't expect it at all, but it could be really neat to see, even if that's not within the context of this game. So a big draw of the Zero era of Blaster Master is the EX characters. The whole reason I got into the first game is because Gunvolt was in the trailer, and I'm willing to bet that's a common story. 01's lineup was strong, with characters that have had a huge impact on indie games. And also Ekiro. 02's lineup was smaller, a bit more reserved with the crossover, but way more in-depth in terms of gameplay. Copen and Empress fundamentally changed the way you play 02, and it's really damn cool to see. I'd like a mix of the two, with all the wild collabs of the first game, as well as the crazy fun gameplay adjustments of the second. If I had to pick who I want to see, I think the first choice has to be Leibniz himself. He's a super fun character to screw around with, and there's tons of potential there for a fun toolkit based on his boss fights. Other than him, I think giving Gunvolt another shot with attacks inspired by Gunvolt 3 could be badass, although going with Kieran also makes sense. Beck is a character with a lot of possibilities, and if they could integrate the weapon customization from Mighty Gunvolt Burst, he could be a lot of fun to use. I haven't played Cyber Shadow yet, but the protagonist from that game would definitely draw in a crowd from Yacht Club, and he'd fit super well in the Blaster Master world. As for the wild collabs that really draw attention, I think there's 3 that could blow the game right the hell up. First off, of course, Quote would be badass, but personally I'd rather not see him make an appearance. Working with Nicholas isn't really worth the trouble of getting him, and they're kinda infamous these days, so personally I wouldn't bother. Assuming Inti wanted to go really out of their depth of field, a character like Sakuya Izuyoi from Toho Luna Knights could be really cool, and time stopping would make for a fun as hell mechanic. Although I think the most realistic of these is probably Miriam from Bloodstained. She's a character with a fantastic range of skills and abilities, and Inti is on good terms with Iga, so I feel like this one makes a lot of sense. Ultimately, we already know this game is gonna rock, so I'm just happy to be on the ride. But it's still fun to speculate on this kind of stuff. Thank y'all for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like, subscribing, hitting the bell, all that jazz. The channel's been doing pretty swell lately, and I've been having a lot of fun with the videos, so I hope y'all have been enjoying them too. Also, check it out. This was done by my buddy Andres Rose Art on Twitter. He's a really chill person, and he deserves way more clout than he's got, so y'all should check him out. I'll leave a link to his Twitter in the description. With that out of the way, I'll see y'all later. Peace out.